membership retention and how to get your members to stay longer. We're just going to answer a bunch of questions that I've had and let's get started. So, number one question, how do I keep members engaged month after month? So, there's two strategies for this. One is you need to give them a path. So, step one, step two, step three, step four. And then as they're going through those steps, the more steps they have, the longer they take, the more likely that they are to stick around. And so, first, with memberships, you want to give them a path. Now, if you have a different type of membership where they're not learning a skill, they're doing fitness or workouts, then instead of a path, you want to give them a calendar or a schedule. And so if they know that today they're going to log in, they're going to do this exercise, then they're likely to stick around longer. And then the other thing you want to do is survey them regularly. So ask them for feedback, survey, and then deliver what they want. So it's a survey and stay. And then part of that is when you announce something that's going to be coming new in the membership, you want to say it, let everybody know it's coming before you announce it. So you build up hype, you build up anticipation. This gives them more reasons to stick around in the membership from month to month. So step one, give them a path, give them step one, step two, step three, or give them a calendar or a schedule. So they just know what they're going to do today. Those are the two biggest retention strategies for memberships. What is the most common reason members cancel and how do I prevent it? Different memberships are different, so people cancel for different reasons. A lot of times people cancel because they're overwhelmed and there's just too much information. So making it smaller, step by step, win by win can help them stick around in the membership and not cancel. Getting them a quick win early, right when they sign up, getting them an easy, quick win can help them stick around so they don't cancel. Having a good onboarding process. So we say the first 48 hours that people sign up, it's the 48 hours of love. So welcome them to the membership, give them a video that's a tutorial, get them a quick win, and then give them a bonus or something that was unexpected that's like a treat is going to help with retention. And then just getting feedback. So ask people regularly, what do you like? What do you want more of? And then getting their feedback and delivering what they want is going to help them stick around longer and will prevent cancels. How do I onboard new members so they stick around longer? So a couple of easy strategies is obviously send them a welcome email right when they sign up, send them a bonus or a treat, something that they were not expecting that is just another way to add value that's surprising. Get them a quick win, send them a bonus, get them a path, a step-by-step path, or give them a calendar. And then you want a welcome or an onboarding video that just does a quick overview of the membership. So like 2 minutes, here's where the community is, here's where the calendar is, here's what you can expect, but not short. Keep it short and sweet. Don't give them this overwhelming homework to understand the membership. A common mistake a lot of people with memberships have is when people sign up, the first thing they do is they give people tons of homework and tons of information, and then people step back, they're totally overwhelmed, and they just quit and they cancel. So you want short, quick, simple wins when you're onboarding people, not a brain dump of all this information and how great the membership is, because it's just overwhelming for people. They don't want to think, so don't make them think. What kind of community what kind of community prompts boost engagement? So I like just doing daily check-ins. Daily check-ins are great for community engagement. So whether if you have a yoga business, right, check in, tell us what yoga video you did today. If you have a marketing or growth membership business like myself, what are you working on with Instagram? What flash sales are you doing this week? And so constantly asking people to share what they're doing. And if you can get them to do it on a daily basis, then they can build the habit. And then that'll be really easy to get engagement. So you want to build a engagement habit for your people. So give them a regular cadence of when they should chime in and what they should share. Make it really easy for them to share things. How do I measure member satisfaction effectively? I survey them, ask them, right? The only thing you can really do is just ask them how they do it. You can use some metrics like watch time or, completion rate. So if they're actually watching the content, that's a good sign that they like it. And then the opposite, if they're not watching the content and they're not, if they're not consuming the membership, then it's a sign that they don't like it. But to measure satisfaction, just ask people what they want. And also ask them, if it's, what would you rate this membership 1 out of 10? If they say 7, ask them, well, what would a 10 look like? And then what would a 10 look like will be the ways that you can retool and improve your membership to improve customer satisfaction. What systems can I use to track and improve retention rates? Whatever software tracks your membership, just do the best you can. Not every software is going to be perfect. There's always going to be some holes in analytics, but you just want to get a good idea. month over month. How many members do you have? Is it growing? Is it dying? What's your churn rate? But do the best you can. And a lot of times people waste a lot of times trying to understand the right analytics. And you might be better off not having perfect analytics, but instead double or triple your marketing leads or your marketing efforts. And then with more volume, you can hit your monthly revenue goals. And then analytics don't matter as much if you're hitting your revenue goals. How do I win back canceled or inactive members? When people try to cancel, we have a downsell. So, hey, so sorry you're canceling. Try a month for free or try a month for 50% off. That seems to work pretty well. The biggest way to prevent cancels and inactive members is to do onboarding properly and then to properly do engagement to get people engaged. Once they've canceled, you can do a win back with it, offer them a discount or a short term offer. But really, what you should do is focus on having a better onboarding process and a better welcome process because that will help them stick around longer. Should I reward loyal members? If so, how? Yeah, you should reward loyal members. A lot of memberships and communities you have the teacher, the educator, and then you have kind of the second tier of people who are highly engaged. They provide a lot of the fuel for the membership. So anything you can do to highlight them, to thank them, to add more value to them, they will be more fuel in the fuel tank for your membership. So every membership's different with how you want to reward people, but for me, I'll say, hey, do you want to hop on a private call? I'd love to go into detail with your membership. Um, we've done prizes or giveaways or merch. It's lots of different ways to reward them. You just want to make sure that they feel like you appreciate them participating in the group. How do I create accountability and consistency within my community? So accountability and consistency, calendars, schedules, and step-by-steps are kind of the framework for accountability and consistency. So, give them a step-by-step process so they don't get lost. And then if they're not making progress, well, what step are you on? Oh, you're on step 2. Let's dig in. Let's work on step 2. Calendars and schedules are the same thing. If they're not being consistent, okay, we'll open the calendar, click on the day, do the yoga, do the fitness workout, do the routine. So it's more about making it simple, removing friction and removing obstacles, and then accountability and consistency can come a lot more naturally versus, if you're hoping for them to be participants in your community, but it's 10 steps for them to figure out what the heck they're supposed to be doing. They have to log in, they have to remember their password, they have to find your courses, they have to open the course, they have to go to the video to watch it, they have to read, they have to do all these things. It's going to be harder for them to be consistent. So eliminating the friction between them getting the result, watching the video, and engaging in the group. You want as few or as simple as process as possible for them to execute it. What's a healthy return rate? What's a healthy churn or retention rate for my membership? Every membership is going to be different. In fitness, usually it's about 3.5 months. Ours is about 6.5 months. And we do a lot of onboarding stuff really well. So that's part of why our retention rate is really high. Every business is different. A lot of times they'll say, 5% churn or 6 to 7%. And it doesn't really matter because you're going to have your churn rate and then your actions are going to be to reduce that churn rate. So, however, wherever you are, there's things you can do to improve retention and reduce churn. You should be doing those anyway. But just the asterisk to this is that every business is going to have 5 constraints, and you only want to be focused or working on your one biggest constraint. And that might be retention, but it might not be retention. So just get clear on what is your biggest constraint. Do you need more leads? Do you need more sales? Do you need better delivery so people actually get the result? Do you need retention? Or do you need ascension, people buying more things? And then whatever one of those constraints you have, then put all your effort and your energy into solving it. Retention might be it, but oftentimes it's usually sales or leads, especially if you're getting started. You don't have something to sell, and then not enough people know what you're doing. So usually those are the 2 ones. But if it is retention, then go all in, do a 48 hours of love, do 14-day onboarding. So during the first 2 weeks, make sure that they have a good feeling about your business, check in, get results, get feedback. And then when people cancel, ask them why they canceled, what they could do to stay longer, all the things about just understanding how to get them to stick around and get a better result. The biggest thing for retention is making sure people get the result, getting the outcome they want, and then they'll be more likely to stick around longer. And so with that, that's all the stuff on retention. If you want to work on building a membership and you want my help, you can join my membership growth community. It's $9. We share all of the stuff that we learned building a 7-figure membership and all the stuff I've learned coaching, dozens of different industries and memberships. online. And so it's just $9. The price is going up soon. There's a link below this video if you want to join. And I look forward to seeing you.